Hi, and welcome to Mindectomy, the show about life issues you may or may not encounter. Have you ever felt complete and total contentment? Absolute bliss with your station in life? If so, then you've reached a point where you've learned how to appreciate the things you have, and that it's the little wins that make your day. This type of attitude typically comes with maturity and wisdom, but something else can cause this: experiencing tough times or seeing others experience tough times. I'm not encouraging you to look down on others, but seeing people suffer or suffering yourself can be eye-opening, and then it's easier to take a bird's-eye view of your life and realize that you appreciate things. Things like a warm and soft bed, quiet time at home, or most importantly, the ones you love. What about suffering? I mentioned that when we see others suffer, or when we suffer, our mind's eye can open and we appreciate our lives more. But should we feel good about seeing others suffer? The short answer is no, but different emotions are a byproduct of things we see or experience. For example, if you've ever been lost alone in the wilderness, once you're found, you appreciate your family, food, and warmth much more than before being lost. Or if you see someone's home get ravaged by a tornado or hurricane, you might appreciate your home more and think to yourself, I'm relieved that I have my home and I appreciate my home. We don't have to feel guilty about having these thoughts. In fact, these emotional responses are normal. Empathy is also a typical response to situations like this, and this is why relief programs are developed for people who experience life-altering events like floods, earthquakes, and other disasters. Let's return to contentment. An extremist or fanatical attitude can lead to a lack of contentment or the inability to be content. One definition of content is a state of peaceful happiness. In another video, I mentioned that happiness isn't perpetual. This remains true because being content isn't always a byproduct of suffering. We also need to work at being content. It's okay to want more in life, but while we get there, we can also work on being in a state of peaceful happiness with the people and things we have. Are you living your own life? How many of you are on a path that belongs to someone else? In other words, are you trying to emulate someone, or are you trying to please someone by living the life you don't want to live? If you are, you're swimming in treacherous waters. Say, for example, you're trying so hard to be like someone else. You want their walk, their talk, their style, and even their look. If you achieve this, then comes the question that you may be trying to avoid. Where did you go? If you imitate someone so much that you're more like them than like you, then you've lost who you originally were. What about living a certain life for someone else? Sometimes we want to please our parents and others so much that we make decisions based on what they want and not our own wants. As usual, let me clarify. If you feel pressured, and by the way, it's not pressure you're feeling, it's encouragement and love, but if you feel this way to make certain life choices that will take you out of harmful situations, such as leaving an abusive relationship, rehabilitating from substance abuse, or stopping criminal or dangerous activity, then yes, take your loved one's advice. However, I'm talking about career choices, educational choices, relationship choices, and other major life choices. And to any kids and parents watching, yes, college is good and useful. But what about choosing a major? That's a big life decision that, although can be influenced by others, it's best if the student ultimately makes that decision. But I digress. Back to making major life choices. Are you making your life choices because you've weighed the pros and cons, researched, and truly feel that this is the best life for you? Because if you make these major decisions to please someone else, likely resentment and unhappiness will ensue. Let's return to emulation. I posted a video about uniqueness, and the message here isn't too dissimilar. But the focus here is to encourage you to avoid emulating someone to the extreme. It's okay if you see someone on TV or meet someone and then take away useful life skills like patience, courage, empathy, and so on. This type of emulation is healthy, and I encourage you to filter out any negativity, live your own life, and most importantly, be good to yourself and be good to others. Thanks for watching.